Imagine a place that looks like your typical factory or power plant, but there's a twist. Instead of billowing smoke, these machines are actually sucking CO2 out of the air. They're like our secret weapons against climate change, and they could change the game completely. But how exactly do they work? And are they as crucial as they're made out to be? Let's dive in and find out. We all know about the carbon emissions issue. It's practically ingrained in our brains by now. We're making progress, sure, with more renewable energy sources popping up and governments launching carbon-cutting schemes. But let's face it, it's still not enough. We're on track for some degree of global warming no matter what. But what if we could hit the brakes on this whole climate change thing? Enter carbon capture technology. It's already happening all over the world with processes like carbon capture utilization and storage, CCUS. Basically, we're snagging CO2 from the air or industrial emissions and either storing it underground or finding cool ways to use it. Think making building materials or even fuel. Now there's this cool startup, Masterworks, shaking up the art market and giving everyday folks like us a shot at investing in high-value art. It's like owning a piece of a Picasso without needing a billionaire's bank account. How's that for a game changer? So, back to the carbon capture stuff. There are different methods, but the most common one involves catching CO2 straight from industrial emissions, like at cement plants. Then there's the fancy direct air capture method, where big air conditioner-like machines suck CO2 right out of the air. Talk about high-tech. Sure, these machines are still getting their footing, but they've got potential. They could help us tackle the massive backlog of CO2 we've built up over the years. And we need all the help we can get to meet our climate goals. But here's the thing. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. Carbon capture is expensive, and figuring out what to do with all that captured carbon isn't a piece of cake either. Plus, there are regulatory hurdles and community concerns to deal with. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Some places are already using captured CO2 to squeeze out more oil from old fields. It's not perfect, but it's a start. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll be using captured CO2 to build our cities and homes, making them more sustainable than ever. So, is carbon capture the silver bullet for climate change? Maybe not, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And with a bit more innovation and effort, we might just turn the tide on this whole climate crisis thing. Exciting times ahead. Imagine strolling past what looks like a typical factory or power plant, but with a twist. Instead of emitting billows of smoke, these structures are quietly sucking CO2 out of the air. They're like hidden heroes in our battle against climate change, and their potential impact is enormous. But how exactly do they function, and are they truly as pivotal as they're made out to be? Let's delve deeper into this fascinating topic and uncover the answers. We're all too familiar with the looming issue of carbon emissions. It's a topic that's become ingrained in our collective consciousness. While we're making strides with the adoption of renewable energy sources and the implementation of government-led carbon reduction initiatives, the sobering truth remains. Our current efforts may not be sufficient to stave off the inevitable effects of global warming. However, what if there existed a solution capable of not just slowing down, but potentially halting or even reversing the process by extracting carbon from the atmosphere? Enter carbon capture technology, a game changer that's already making waves across the globe. Through processes like carbon capture utilization and storage, CCUS, we're actively capturing CO2 emissions from industrial sources or directly from the air and repurposing them, whether for storage underground or for innovative applications like constructing building materials or generating fuel. And here's where things get even more intriguing. There's a pioneering startup called Masterworks that's revolutionizing the art market, enabling everyday individuals to invest in high-value art pieces by renowned artists like Picasso and Monet. It's a democratizing force in an industry previously accessible only to the ultra-wealthy, offering ordinary folks a chance to own a slice of artistic history. Returning to the realm of carbon capture, there are various methods employed, with the most prevalent being the capture of CO2 emissions directly from industrial facilities like cement plants. Then there's the cutting-edge direct air capture technique, wherein sophisticated machines reminiscent of oversized air conditioners draw CO2 from the ambient air. It's a marvel of technology with immense potential. Indeed, these carbon capture initiatives are still in their infancy, but their promise is undeniable. They hold the key to addressing the monumental backlog of CO2 accumulated over centuries, offering a glimmer of hope in our race against time to meet climate targets. Yet, amidst the optimism, challenges abound. The cost of carbon capture remains a significant hurdle, as does the question of how to effectively manage and utilize the captured carbon. Regulatory obstacles and community concerns further complicate matters. Nevertheless, there are bright spots on the horizon. Some regions have begun leveraging captured CO2 for enhanced oil recovery, albeit with mixed sentiments. However, there's growing optimism that captured carbon could one day revolutionize industries, from construction to manufacturing, ushering in an era of unprecedented sustainability. So, is carbon capture the panacea for climate change? Perhaps not, but it undeniably represents a pivotal step forward in our collective efforts to combat the climate crisis. With continued innovation and concerted action, we stand poised to turn the tide and create a brighter, more sustainable future for generations to come. As we look ahead, it's clear that carbon capture technology holds immense promise, but it's essential to acknowledge the road ahead. We must confront the pressing need for widespread adoption, tackle the formidable economic challenges, and address the complex regulatory landscape. Only then can we fully harness the transformative potential of carbon capture and steer our planet toward a more sustainable future. Moreover, it's crucial to recognize the multifaceted nature of the climate crisis. While carbon capture offers a powerful tool in our arsenal, it must complement, rather than overshadow, other mitigation strategies, such as renewable energy adoption, afforestation, and sustainable land management. In essence, the journey toward carbon neutrality demands a holistic approach, one that integrates technological innovation, policy reform, and societal collaboration. By embracing this collective endeavor, we can navigate the challenges ahead and forge a path toward a greener, more resilient world. So let's seize the opportunity before us, harness the potential of carbon capture technology, and embark on a journey toward a brighter, more sustainable future for all. Together, we can turn the tide on climate change and build a legacy of stewardship for generations to come. This message is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and collaboration in the face of adversity. Let's rise to the occasion and create a world where sustainability is not just a goal but a reality, one where the air is cleaner, the oceans are healthier, and the planet thrives in harmony with its inhabitants. Carbon capture and storage, CCS technology, offers a promising avenue for mitigating greenhouse gas emissions and combating climate change. By capturing carbon dioxide, CO2 emissions from industrial processes and power plants, CCS prevents these harmful gases from entering the atmosphere and contributing to global warming. One of the key advantages of CCS is its ability to decarbonize existing infrastructure, particularly in industries where emissions reduction is challenging, such as cement manufacturing and steel production. By retrofitting these facilities with carbon capture technology, we can significantly reduce their carbon footprint and transition toward a low-carbon economy. Furthermore, CCS plays a crucial role in enabling the continued use of fossil fuels during the transition to renewable energy sources. While the world works towards phasing out fossil fuels entirely, CCS can help minimize the environmental impact of these energy sources by capturing and storing CO2 emissions generated during combustion. In addition to mitigating emissions from industrial sources, CCS has the potential to remove CO2 directly from the atmosphere through direct air capture, DAC, technology. DAC systems utilize large-scale carbon scrubbers to extract CO2 from ambient air, offering a pathway to address legacy emissions and achieve negative emissions targets. However, the widespread deployment of CCS faces several challenges, including high costs, technological barriers, and regulatory hurdles. To realize the full potential of CCS, it's essential to invest in research and development to drive down costs, improve efficiency, and enhance scalability. Moreover, policymakers must implement supportive policies and incentives to incentivize CCS deployment and create a conducive environment for investment. This includes measures such as carbon pricing mechanisms, tax incentives, and regulatory frameworks that prioritize emissions reductions and promote CCS adoption. Beyond technological and policy considerations, public awareness and engagement are critical in building support for CCS and fostering a culture of sustainability. By raising awareness of the urgent need for carbon capture technology and its role in mitigating climate change, we can mobilize collective action and drive meaningful progress towards a carbon-neutral future. In conclusion, carbon capture technology holds immense promise as a tool for mitigating greenhouse gas emissions and combating climate change. By investing in research, policy support, and public engagement, we can unlock the full potential of CCS and accelerate the transition to a sustainable, low-carbon future. Let's work together to harness the power of carbon capture and build a brighter, cleaner, and more resilient world for future generations. Join us on this journey of discovery, innovation, and transformation. Together, we can build a tomorrow that's brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable than ever before. If you enjoy our content and would like to stay updated, we'd be thrilled if you could hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. Thanks for your support.